Hello. All right, take two. Funny story here. You guys couldn't hear us. You could see us. Our mics were not connected. Our mics were behind the camera there. So we do apologize. But welcome, Archer agents, to with our special guest. I can't even talk now. Thomas from NCL. Thomas is here. It's his first time actually in this studio. We're super excited to have him. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you, Reggie.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
This is take two. But we are live. This is what happens when you're doing things live. If you're brand new to Archer Travel, welcome. We do this tea or brew with Reggie. It's to get to know your BDM. Today's BDM, like we said, is Thomas with NCL. There's a lot to cover here today, and we're super excited that he's with us. And then you guys have some questions too, so make sure you guys type in some questions to Thomas. We have some fun questions called Rapid Fire with Reggie. You don't even know the questions yet.
I do not.
It's get to know your BDM. It's a lot of fun. This show lasts about 25 minutes. So if you're brand new to Archer Travel, thank you for your support. And if you are not new and you've been with us since day one, we love you guys. You guys are amazing. And Thomas, our sales are doing pretty good.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, our agents are doing great.
Yep, thank you.
So welcome, and we're excited to have you here. It is the NCL week at Archer Travel, so this is great. So tell us a little bit about your role.
All right, so everyone, I am the new Regional Key Accounts Director for Norwegian covering Archer Travel. Previously, for those of you who remember me, I was just the local business development manager and back before 2019. And Archer Travel, the Evo agents have just grown so much. And with your support, Norwegian actually assigned a director covering Archer Travel. And I am so sorry, I should have...
That's all good. See, Once again, we're live.
You know, this is live.
So what's your official title now? It's not BDM. What's the official title?
It is a Key Regional Director.
Key Regional Director. I want that title.
Yeah,
I just like the word key in it. That's pretty cool. And you know you're important when you have two cell phones. This gentleman here has two cell phones. I'm down to one, and it works half the time. So welcome. All right. Well, so you're now our quote in our terms our BDM, but you're actually the key role director for us. So it stops with you.
Yes. If you guys ever have any questions, if you need help growing your business, you want to brainstorm, feel free to reach out to me. That's why I have a job. So thank you very much, Reggie, and follow Archer Travel Agents.
Our pleasure.
Yep.
So the next question we have for you is coming up right here. Tomorrow you have a training. Can you share a sneak peek on what that's about?
Yeah. Well, okay. So for those of you who actually were on, I mentioned. Sorry, everything is kind of stuck here. But yesterday during Jose's
morning
briefing, I was there, and I mentioned, I was gonna come back with tea with Reggie, and I said, wait, am I supposed to bring coffee, tea, alcohol? and the reason why I mention this, because for those of you who can't tell, I work out, but I also will not say no to a couple of beers and alcohol.
Oh,
that's why I'm in the business. And what I'm trying to say is, during the training tomorrow, I'm going to introduce a little bit about Norwegian, but also a little bit about how different ways to grow your business. And the reason why I brought this whiskey, I think, Reggie, are you a whiskey guy?
I don't mind. I can dabble with it, yes.
Okay, so this is I think this was probably a $300 whiskey.
Yeah, that's that's a very fancy whiskey. That's a good one. I've actually had that.
Yeah,
it's very good.
And these are only available on cruise ships.
Yes.
So they made this specifically for a cruise ship. And the reason why I brought this is, when I travel, I probably have gone to about 30 countries by now. And at every location, I will buy the local alcohol.
Yeah.
And that's something. If I have friends over, I talk to them about it, and that gets people going.
It's a good conversation piece.
Get a conversation going, and especially for those of us who's in this business, it kind of encourages them to learn more about what you're doing, and maybe then it'll give you more leads for the next time you book your trip.
Yeah.
So speaking about that. Not only do I want to share this with Reggie, I also want to tell you guys be sure to join tomorrow, because not only am I going to talk about Norwegian, but I'm going to do, I don't want to talk about cabin sizes all day, right? I want to give you ways on how you can grow your business, and this is the start to one of them.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Wow. I have iced tea. As we all know, I'm a tea drinker, wearing with my daughter's Pepperdine, but I don't have that in this right now.
So
yet.
So maybe we'll drink this after, or maybe halfway through, but just letting you guys know, there's more than, I know a lot of times we just kind of wait for business to come.
Right.
But if you go to the local wine mixer, or maybe the local brewery, talk to people, and then you can encourage them into doing. It doesn't have to be a cruise, trip, but it could be a trip to the Bourbon Trail, right? It could be a trip to Ireland, or Scotland to taste the whiskey there. So just a few ways to get a conversation going with your clients and your acquaintances, and try to get them go on their next trip.
Wow, very special. Great idea. What is one? Thank you, by the way. What is one key way to market your brand?
So the key way for Norwegian, and I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow, is Norwegian is the most destination-heavy contemporary cruise brand out there. And we also bundle a lot of value into our cruises. So we are known as a very value-rich cruise brand for our clients. So that's something we'll talk about tomorrow.
Fantastic. And it's 1 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes, I had it on my calendar as 1. Am I correct, Amanda? 1 p.m. Pacific time? All right, so please tell all your agents, tell your upline, your downline, NCL tomorrow, privately with Thomas and NCL, 1 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow live. You're going to be in the studio too.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So that's the sneak peek. You got a lot of information right there. So please stay tuned for tomorrow. What is your favorite thing about the travel industry?
I think my favorite thing about the travel industry is, people like me and you, we join this industry because we're excited to discover the world.
Yep.
Right? And we're excited to share it with other people. That's why we're here.
Love it.
And for those of you who's going to be at the EVO convention later this month, you will actually find out why, right? Me and my other peers, my colleagues, right, from the other cruise line, from all the other land vacations, we're going to tell you why this is one of the best industry to work for, and to work in, and to make money.
Absolutely.
To make money in. So that's something. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah.
I love it. And he brought up the EVO convention. It is the best. We have over 800 agents in attendance this year, and it's just growing. More people are registering as we speak. And we're looking forward to having you guys there, as well as all the other suppliers. And we're looking forward to meeting all the new agents and past agents. And we're really excited to get the party started.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yes. And we have our supplier dinner all scheduled.
Yeah. Do they know the story?
I don't think they know the story. They might. Actually, some viewers do, but not all. Go ahead.
Can I share?
Please do.
So I think I was, when I first, when EVO, when you guys had the first ever convention, right? Is it 2018?
Yeah, it was 2018.
2018. Yeah. The first time I was invited, and we were told, okay, Ron and Reggie, you guys wanted to thank all the suppliers for being in there. Because, guys, not a lot of travel agencies would actually host all the suppliers to meet with the agents, right? Because, and of course you need enough business to support it. But anyways, he wanted to host us for dinner as a thank you. So we got into a limo, and they didn't tell us where we're going to go. So we got into a limo, and you guys probably know half of the suppliers here, the BDMs are more than half are females, right? So on the way, we're there, on the way going to the dinner, Ron was like, okay guys, we're going to Sapphire Strip Club, right? And I was like, oh yeah, damn, that's good. I'm not paying for Sapphire Strip Club, the biggest strip club in the world. I'm up for it. And then the girls were freaking out, right? Because they're like, what? We can't do this. We can't even buy drinks. How, if it shows up on my credit card bill, it's gonna look bad. And lo and behold, it was the taco shop.
Yep.
connected to the Sapphire Strip Club. And
so it's one of the best restaurants, Mexican restaurants in Las Vegas. It just so happens to be next door to Sapphire, and scared all of us. And we, it was one of those things. Everyone's face was like, "We're really going to Sapphire," but reality is, no, we were going to the Mexican restaurant.
The guys were excited, but the girls, and it's literally in the same parking lot. It's not.
Yeah, they share the same parking lot.
It's not even the next lot over. It's the same parking lot. So. It was funny.
It was good, and it all worked out just great. And we had it was a great meal.
I think the entrances are like 10 feet from each other.
Yeah, Amanda's been there.
Oh,
yeah,
Amanda's
they're
been there.
literally.
Wait, which one? The strip club or the
She's been in the Mexican restaurant. So
margaritas.
But I will tell you, it's called the El Dorado Cantina, and if you've never had their food is amazing. And I've actually been talking to the manager. We're getting the menu all set up for you guys. And it's funny because she's like, now just remind your clients that are coming, it's next door to Sapphire, but we're not related. It's just how the building was built. It's a restaurant, and then over here is the Sapphire.
I mean, it has to make sense that the food is good because they're competing with another attraction. So
there you go. Yeah,
but the food is amazing.
It is Las Vegas. Yeah. So, all right, moving on to the next story. If you could give a new or experienced travel agent one piece of advice for their journey to success, what would that be?
I think for me, and I don't think enough travel agents are doing this. I know a lot of times when we book a perfect land package or a cruise package to a client, we get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of travel agents don't realize the first time the client the first step the client stepped out of the house, you should be making money out of it, right? If they already if they're already paying $5,000 to go on a cruise or 10 or more, right? What's stopping you from making that sales pitch, telling them, hey, look, we already spent $5,000, but if you're gonna park in the airport, it's gonna cost $200-$300 over your vacation, but I can get you a limo, and it'll probably cost you $100 more. If you consider a round trip, or you can work with local transfers, DMCs. And you can actually get a cut of that, right? Work with the Archer suppliers for transfers. That works both going to the airport and when they land at destinations. A lot of times, like I would hear travel agents telling their clients, hey, let's just do Uber, do Lyft, do a taxi. A lot of times when people are spending that kind of money, it only takes you a little push to actually get them into that next level, right? So my advice would be, you're there to give them the trip of a lifetime, but also look into how you can make some money, bring value to your clients, right? Like I'm sure, like if I was traveling to somewhere I never been before, I would pay a little bit more money for that peace of mind, and you're positioned to help them. So that would be my advice. Just think about the way you can make more money. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much for answering that.
Yeah.
Next question I have for you. If you can get, never mind. It's coming. It's coming. Here comes the next question. There it is. What's your favorite itinerary on the NCL cruise? What's your favorite itinerary?
I think my favorite itinerary was the itinerary I did with my brother as a graduation gift for him. And also I needed a travel buddy, so I got him onto a Western Med cruise, going from Barcelona round trip, visiting Rome, Naples, Palma, Mallorca, Livorno, so Florence, Cannes, and that was my first time in the European Med, and that was just amazing. I'm gonna talk more about itinerary tomorrow. But for I grew up in Los Angeles, it's concrete jungle. But when you go to Rome, right, and you're walking along the cobble-sided street, that's been laid 2,000 years before. Well, not 2,000, but 1,000 plus years before. It's shocking, right? And also, kind of referring back to that last question. in the cruise industry, a lot of times when the clients go onto a cruise, they don't purchase shore excursions. And I think you should convince your clients, if they don't want to do it through a cruise line, you should convince them to buy through Viator, or you get them a local guide from the DMC, the destination management companies that Archer works with. Because when you have a guide telling you about the history, they absorb more, right? It's one thing to, just look at something, but it's another to actually learn the history, and you're adding more value to your clients.
Yep.
And you're also adding more value to your wallet. So
there you go.
Again.
I love it. Love it. All right, next one we have here. What is your favorite activity to do outside of work?
I love to eat. I think that funny thing, Reggie. I think so. When you guys first met me, I was about 40 pounds lighter, guys. The cruise line sales life has been a little bit too good to me.
It's been very good too. That's great. It's been good to me too.
Yeah, you can tell, right? I was in the corporate air. I was selling for airlines before, and since joining the cruise lines and actually traveling on cruises, it just it expanded my horizon, my waist size, and my taste buds. So I love eating. That's why I travel, really, to eat different food.
So his favorite activity to do outside of work is eat.
Eating, yeah.
Which is mine too. So we're all good. I knew I loved him for a reason. What is the best way for travel agents to connect with your brand for support and collaboration?
The best way is through our agency portal, norwegiancentral.com. Please reach out to Archer Travel for your login and username. They'll set it up for you. And we over there we have it's our command portal for you guys. You can book, you can get a marketing you can use our marketing platform. You can even co-brand with NCL. So instead of ncl.com, it could be ncl.com/Thomas, where you send it to your clients, and your clients will see live pricing and live itineraries. But the information goes to you, not directly to Norwegian. So that's something to think about, and I'll talk more about it tomorrow.
Perfect. Love it. Awesome. What is a bucket list destination you want to go on?
It's not possible now. I really wanted to do a Baltic cruise going to St. Petersburg.
There you go.
Obviously, as a U.S. citizen, not something we can do right now. So for me, right now, my bucket list really is a cruise through the Nordic fjords.
Okay.
So visiting Norway, hoping I can go up to Longyearbyen, which is the most northern city in the world that has at least 1,000 people living in the city.
Jeez.
There's actually more polar bear in that area than there are human.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if that's a selling point or like something to discourage people from going, but that's on my list.
Love it. Love it. What is your favorite place you have traveled to?
Italy, Florence.
I love it.
People always, I always heard before when people tell me, the gelato just tastes different, the pizza tastes different, right? And then like we live in Los Angeles. It's such a multicultural city. It's a melting pot with all these amazing food. And I've always thought to myself, how different could it be? And when you actually go there, like the volcanic soil and the water they have there, so it just makes the food taste so much better. It's just different. Yes. This is something, like instead of talking price to the client, I think it's one thing that you should experience the product and you talk about these things.
Yeah, the experience.
Experience that people would actually get. So for me, it's food and favorite place, Italy, because again, the pizza and the gelato, just it tastes different. It tastes different. Trust me.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Is it time yet would you rather learn the local language before traveling or rely on translation apps and gestures?
Well, and most of you guys probably know, I've traveled to places before where we have mobile data, you know, and I could point and go to places. I don't need to learn the local language because I am not a great student. I think that's why I'm in sales. You know, like my parents wanted me to be doctors, but you know that studying is not for me. It's not for me. So I would just rely on translation apps and gestures. And guys, the one great thing about being an American citizen and speaking English is our passport goes everywhere, and most people can kind of understand English.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh, whoa. Would you rather have chill or adventurous vacations? What a question. I like that question.
For me, I'm more of an adventurous vacation, but not hiking but not the type that I would hike or, you know, be outdoors and not take a bath for 1 week. My adventurous vacation would be, you know, seeing a hot Catalina girl there and try to talk to her. So that's my adventure. You know, try to talk to her in English.
All right. Well, we got rapid fire time with me. I got my questions here. He has not seen them yet. And Evolution agents, please fire away some of your questions, and Amanda will read them out to us after we're done here. So my rapid fire is basically I give you 2 options, and you decide which one is you. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Yeah. Regular or diet? Or is there a flavor to it?
Diet.
Diet, okay. Diet Pepsi.
I got to control somehow. So.
Dogs versus cats? Dogs, okay. What kind of dog?
I have a husky, so
okay.
I will do a husky, yeah.
Husky. Yep. What do you like on your pizza?
Lots of meat.
Lots of meat. Like
yeah. I'm veggie free, so just any meat, just you know, not Reggie free, but veggie free. All right, veggie free.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
What would you have on your hamburger?
You know, Thousand Island dressing, pickles, tomatoes, lots of meat, bacon. All the unhealthy stuff, you know.
Favorite hamburger place in Los Angeles?
I don't know if you've been to this place. It's called Grow Them All in Alhambra.
No, I have not.
They've moved since to I think Long Beach.
Okay.
But they literally have the most unhealthy stuff you can think of, like 10 different cheeses with like 3 patties and
what's it called again?
Grow Them All.
Grow them all. So if you're in Long Beach, it's in Long Beach now.
I think they moved to Long Beach.
Okay.
So GRILL apostrophe M, so EM, all.
Okay.
Grow Them All, yeah.
All righty. Well, you heard it here. Look in Long Beach. Looks like they moved out of Alhambra.
Yeah.
Favorite pizza place? I forgot to ask that question.
Favorite pizza place? Giraldi.
Okay.
Right? I'll be honest, and this is a true story, guys. Ever since I came back from Italy, I stopped eating pizzas locally. Like, I mean, if we're at a party, I'll eat some pizzas. You know, I'll do Pizza Hut, Domino's, whatsoever. But I don't make my way. I don't really order pizza now because it
just doesn't say.
It just
so. I went to New York I've been there several times, and the pizza there is just so good. I have not been to Florence. My daughter and wife, they went last year, and they said the same thing you're saying. But in New York, I'm like, this is the best pizza.
Yeah.
Come back to California, and one of my good buddies, his brother opened up a pizza place in Pasadena called Pizza Pie Life. Giving you a free plug here. So I said, I'll go check it out. So I went there with one of my friends, and we went and had there for lunch, and it was amazing. Tastes like New York pizza called Pizza Pie Life in Pasadena. So I used to coach, so I started taking my soccer team there. And they started telling their friends, well, now Pizza Pie Life is a thing. It's like a culture experience. The food's amazing. So I don't know if you ever watch on Instagram, there's a guy who rates pizzas. I can't remember his name, but he goes around the United States and he rates pizzas.
Okay.
You know, from 1 to 10. And sure enough, I'm watching on Instagram, and there he is at Pizza Pie Life. And it got the highest rating in California.
10. Oh,
yeah.
10.
He didn't get 10. I don't think he ever gave a 10 to anyone ever. But he got a very high ranking, which was the highest in California. So Pizza Pie Life in Pasadena.
Can we ask, was there like a secret to what makes a like? Do they share with you?
No, it's the dough.
It's the dough.
It's the dough. It's the crust. It's just so good. It's thin, but it's not flimsy.
Okay.
Not a lot of grease on it. Right amount of cheese. Uses high quality pepperoni and sausage and all the veggies.
Does the oven make a difference?
Well, you know what? His ovens look like an oven I would see in New York, but it's very New York style and it's very good. Sorry, we're talking about my pizza pie.
I love food. So,
yes,
okay, if it's, like now I'm going to go to Pasadena.
Pizza pie life. Okay. All right. Okay, so next question. And this is something I thought of a couple days ago because I was questioning myself here. Tacos or burritos?
That's a tough question.
You see what I mean? I went to a Mexican restaurant and I said, what's your two, I asked the server, what's your two favorite things? And she said, the tacos and the burritos are amazing. I go, what would you choose? And she just stared at me, exactly what you just did. And I went, that's a question on rapid fire.
Especially for us in Los Angeles,
yeah.
Right? Like, I've had some amazing burritos. I had some amazing tacos.
Yeah.
And really, because technically they're the same meat, right? Like
technically, yes, but one's a hard shell versus
Yep.
a burrito, which is a traditional flour tortilla.
I would go with burrito.
Okay.
Because I feel like the volume is bigger.
Oh, so you get more food.
I get more food. So,
okay.
I want more food. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
Last question for me, and then we'll go to the audience. Favorite Mexican restaurant in Southern California?
That's hard.
It is.
That's hard.
Amanda knows my answer already because we go there every time she's in town.
God.
And when she's not with us, I take pictures of my food and I send it to her just to piss her off.
So
True story.
True story.
I forgot the actual city, but it's Roberto in San Diego.
Okay.
I went to UC San Diego.
Oh.
And so that's where we would always go. It's about 10 minutes away from UCSD.
Love it.
I think it's on Costa Mesa Boulevard.
Okay.
So,
Costa Mesa Boulevard.
I'm not sure which city it was, but every time I do go back down to San Diego, I will go to Roberto's.
You'll go out of your way to go to Roberto's.
Yeah.
So my favorite place here in Southern California, it's actually in the San Fernando Valley in a city called Chatsworth, and it is called Los Toros.
Do you live near there? Or?
No, I live
So you would
here.
actually drive all the way?
I drive the
valley.
35 minutes to go get this. And I discovered it in college. When I was at Cal State Northridge, I went there for lunch, and it was amazing. So I've gone there for the last 20 plus years, or 30 years now.
So how do you spell,
I wish it was 20.
How do you spell it?
Los Toros, Los, and it's the bull.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Los Toros. Okay.
Los Toros. So they're known for their bean dip.
Okay.
And you immediately get there, they give you these warm chips with the bean dip, and you can literally have a meal just in that. You have to be careful. Well, we introduced it to Amanda and her family, and so every time her family's in town, we go, and if Amanda doesn't go with us because she's still home working because her boss makes her work, we send videos and pictures of us eating the bean dip just to rub it into her. And she's very nice reply, too. She's always so nice replying back to us about it. So yes, my favorite place is Los Toros. Amanda, do we have any questions from the audience?
We do have some questions. So someone said, I want to know from Thomas if he is going to go over the new Quest booking engine and if it will allow booking groups tomorrow during your training.
Oh.
I will not be going over quests just because that will take another hour. So right now we don't have a group capability for quests, so that's our new booking platform. Yeah. That's something we developed because our old platform is not that great, but right now they both work. The Quest platform just is still a work in progress. It doesn't have the group booking capability. But if you go online, we actually have tutorial webinars that's already recorded. I will, for Archer Travel, I will, set up on a different time, and we can do a webinar for that, for Quest.
A couple more questions. I just looked at the time. We're going pretty late here. So a couple more questions here, Amanda.
Perfect. Have you done the Hawaii cruise? If so, what's your favorite itinerary?
Well, we only have one itinerary for Hawaii, or we're the only one that do it. I've not done it because I can never get on it. It's always
It's always
full.
sold out.
I try to stand by several times. I've been to each island because I do cover Hawaii, so I do see the travel agents there. But it's an amazing itinerary. We're the only ones that overnights in for Hawaii, and we stay over 100 hours in a 7-day period. All the other cruise lines, they stay around 60 hours, and they have about 10 to 15 sailing total sail itinerary. So it's we're the only one that do it. It's an amazing itinerary. It's very
Awesome.
popular.
Love it.
Perfect. Next question is, will you be doing updates on the NCL Bliss tomorrow?
Not the Bliss, just because that is a relatively older ship. It came out in 2018, right? Old. But for those of you who's based on the West Coast, keep an eye out for my email, Thomas's Lowdown, because I do host ship inspections. I remember back in 2018, there were a bunch of Evo agents that would get a bus from Vegas to come do the ship inspection. So that's something we could be doing. If you personally have questions about the Bliss, shoot me an email, and then we can talk about it, and maybe we can do a webinar and get more people who's interested in learning about the Bliss on a separate call, because we have 20 different ships now, so it takes a while to go over every single one of them.
Absolutely. 2 more questions, Amanda. Oh, sorry, go
Okay,
ahead.
perfect. Sorry. When will the next seminar and see happen?
That's a great question. I really think it's gonna be in November.
Okay.
But keep an eye out for an email from us. Probably early November, late October. Just because, and you probably find out by now. Usually, it's during the low season, right? Hurricane season, low season. But keep an eye out for my email.
Perfect. Next question is, what are your most popular destination packages? Or is that something you're going to talk about tomorrow?
Well, I mean, there are several. Right now, the hottest thing is Japan. For those of you who don't know, the U.S. dollars is at an all-time high, right? So back in 2019, the last time I was in Japan, it was 1 USD to 105 yen. Right now, it's at 1 USD to 160 yen.
Wow.
Right? So you're basically getting a 60% buying power when you're in Japan. A lot of the luxury brand, because a lot of times when they're selling in a country, they lock that price in the local currency because they want the locals to buy it, right? So as a visitor, as a tourist, when you go to Japan, not only are you buying stuff, with a 60% advantage, you'll also get a tax refund. So that's why Japan is the hottest ticket right now with a lot of travelers, and we do have cruises to Japan during the cherry blossom season and the fall foliage season, and also it's so popular. We actually added 2 more ships to Japan.
Wow.
To sell. So that's and every cruise line is actually going there. So that's something to consider.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I know we ran out of time and great questions, but stay tuned tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Thomas and NCL will be right here in our studio doing some training for about an hour.
Yeah.
Or it could be longer, just depends. Go ahead.
It's gonna be less than an hour, guys.
Okay.
I want to be respectful of your time. I don't want to listen to myself for an hour, so I'm sure you don't want to either. So,
but there will be Q&A.
There will be Q&A.
Perfect.
Yeah, there will be Q&A.
Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Reggie.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Archer agents. Have a wonderful and safe week and keep booking travel. Thank you. Bye-bye.